We are live coast to coast and border to border on iHeartRadio today. Also, AMFM247.com, 990 WBOB in Rhode Island, of all places. And we have got a hell of an hour number two. My thanks to Jared Warren in the last hour. Sam Schultz is still with us from Petty Cash. DJ Spawn is with us. He's doing the wiggy stuff. And then I know, everybody laughs. And then we have with us our master of ceremonies. Apparently he is now my Alfred. That's awesome that you said that at the end of last hour. Cluck the Clown is with us. You're now Alfred.
Don't get beat up.
So does that mean that I get a cool car?
No one's giving you a car, Jiggy. You're scary.
Does that mean that I get a cave?
No.
That means he's got to talk
Your Swiss Army apartment is not cutting it anyway, so we might have to get you an upgrade.
Might have to get, well, you know, the Mangler had called this the Swiss Army apartment upgrade because the old place was the Swiss Army apartment.
The Mango. The Mango. How are we talking about the Mango? This isn't the Mango hour.
And originally Flex Reed was going to be here, but then he heard that you were coming, and he was like, no.
Well, that happens.
I think the reason why Flex Reed didn't show up is because he couldn't do his shtick and be the best pound for pound, strongest wrestler and all that stuff, because we have actually two legitimate fighters here.
Oh.
So, I don't think it was anything to do about being afraid of a clown.
Spawn, are you a fighter?
Oh my God. You're just going to continue to get into more trouble. Yes. So, without further ado, we are going to go to our next guests. They are in studio. And
don't beat me up, bro.
I want to start. We have to do this first. I was going to have Jessica go first and then Mr. Doolittle, but since you opened the door, literally.
Hey, sometimes shit happens.
At the last. So, our guest, Issac Doolittle, is with us. And it's so fun if you're watching us on video or you watch this later on video. You can take it off there. You don't need to have it on.
They broke it. They're like, nope.
On the gimmick.
I broke it. I didn't mean to.
It's just par for the course here. Think about all this. So we had Jared Warren on via the old Skype-a-rooney, and I sent Cluck to the parking lot to get our guests, and they come back in, and he thanks him for joining us, and then he goes, "I hope you kick that ass, bro." And I'm like, what? Because the guy that he's going to, in your opinion, I guess, is sitting right there.
Shit happens. Your day of the life. I don't know what you want from me. I'm a clown. What are clowns supposed to say? My bad. I was being polite saying, hey.
Boy, Jiggy, you wanted the bus?
Yes, I did.
Jiggy's being that guy. Thanks,
There's a
Jiggy.
bus coming down the street. Cluck!
Thanks a lot for the big bus, Jiggy. Way to go. Push me out in front of it. Hey, buddy, how are you? I hope you're doing good. You've been working out?
Issac, how are you? You've been working out? He's got a fight in like 3 weeks. I hope he's working out.
No, not at all. Not the slightest.
Oh, boy.
So, did you ever think that you'd come to the show and then you'd automatically have somebody in the... just openly rooting for your opponent?
Wasn't it last show you were rooting for Jay Jackson?
Oh.
Well, that's it. Damn it!
You done been caught.
Damn it!
I'm gonna have to watch this show, aren't I?
To watch this show.
Jiggy's the way you do.
See, my thing is I root for everybody, and then it's kind of like the old Bobby the Brain Heenan line when the two luchadors are wrestling, and they go, "Who's gonna win?" He goes, "The guy in the mask."
Yeah, somebody better let that people know I'm coming in my mask. Don't kick me out, bro. What? You have to let them know ahead of time, like, hey, I'm gonna come watch this show. Don't kick me out.
He went to he went to a professional wrestling show in gimmick, and they kicked him out for showing up to a pro wrestling show in gimmick.
Invited.
Just throw him into the ring.
So, like,
Invited.
That's what we
Yeah.
do.
wouldn't that
Tickets
be
in
the
hand and
thing?
all.
You just chuck him in the ring. You're like, hey, you want to be a wrestler?
I mean, check him in after Warren, and I go, whoever wins against the Clown.
Oh,
Woo!
there's.
I'm gonna go home and eat my Wheaties and drink my milk. I gotta prepare.
Got real.
And then when he's done with you, he'll go after Gary there.
Yeah, Gary's going first. Gary, you'll take care of my light work, right, buddy? Yep. You'll be taking
Gary
the bird off.
talks. Gary might.
Gary's on that melatonin right now. He's like, chill. He gets loud. He tries to take over.
In the world, I got Peter knocking stuff off the desk now.
Quit letting your Peter hit the desk.
Well, you know, when Jessica promoted this show, she said it's going to be weird as fuck.
Hey, Jiggy has a kitty. Jiggy has a nice little kitty named Peter, and he likes to pet the Peter while he talks to everybody. Where's Peter at right now?
He's on the desk.
Exactly. Exactly. Getting petted.
Hanging out all hairy.
So,
Yep.
one of the questions I asked Jared, which he didn't have an answer to, and I'm hoping you have an answer to it, is whoever wins this fight, are they going to change the weight classes?
More than likely. I'm pretty sure if I win, I'll be put down to number 7 in the world, and he'll be put up to something like 3 or 2. I don't know what's going to happen if he wins. And they'll probably have like a 235-pounder fight for our weight belt again.
Well, he was as confused as we all are, because he said, he says, that guy's supposed to fight like a couple weeks after this fight, but he goes, who knows? So he was the number 1 contender. Think about this. He was the Spawn. You're a wrestling guy. You're an athletic guy.
Are you really?
He was the number 1 contender, and then you got bumped.
I
And
won.
they changed the weight
And they
classes.
pulled me down to number 5.
That don't make any sense. That's like, what's the motivation?
And then they had two 205ers fight for the 185-pound belt. Neither of them have fought at 185. And neither of them weighed in at 185. They both weighed in at 195.
We know because somebody accidentally let the
little thing on the screen, the direct line to the scale, they let it slip. They pulled it off 2 seconds later, but it was too late. And then because Hunt weighed in and it said 195 or 194.8. If you're just going to put 195, you're not going to put 4 point. You're not going to
worry about decimal points.
Yeah.
That's directly from the scale.
It's up there for 2 seconds.
Seconds, all of a sudden it vanishes. Well, maybe it'll be up there just as short with heck. Nope.
Never showed up again.
No,
And then they announced it.
185.
Wow.
it's
It's BKFC. The rules are made up and the points don't matter.
I
Pro wrestling. That's what it sounds
and
like.
they say wrestling is fixed.
Boom.
So, have you fought for another bare knuckle group recently?
Not recently.
Okay.
My first bare knuckle fight was
For Never Surrender.
Okay, because someone is using you as marketing material.
Oh,
Oh, someone used
Because I got on my favorite streaming wrestling site. I won't give that out over the air because they'll probably get shut down. And it said there was a bare knuckle show that had happened, and I'm like, what?
BYB.
Yeah.
So
You're on the poster, and I'm like,
right?
is that Doolittle?
It's a terrible picture of me too. But basically, what happened with that was Jomi. He's 6-0. He is the rightful BYB 185 champ. Phenomenal fighter. He came over to BKFC. I don't know what happened. Maybe they paid him more. Who knows? But he came over to BKFC. Did a phenomenal job against Zion Tomlinson. Put him down. But I was supposed to take the slot against his opponent that he didn't fight, who he switched. I guess they had already matched him up, but the paperwork hadn't signed up. So I was supposed to fight Joey D'Angelo, I think was his name, for the title for BYB. As soon as we said, yeah, I verbally said I'll fight him. Didn't sign any paperwork. They flooded the entire internet with my face. No paperwork was signed. Yeah, no paperwork was signed. They weren't even supposed to do that. BKFC caught wind of it. Joey D'Angelo had not only signed one contract with BKFC, and they have a no-compete clause.
Yeah.
He signed 2 with them.
Wow, that's pretty talented.
And so he's trying to fight for another organization, and they're wanting to come back to Wichita and use me for their fight card. There was an injunction put in place within 48 hours of that announcement. So I told him, if you can guarantee me the fight with Joey, because my word is my bond. I will fight that man. I will sign the contract right now. I'm not fighting anybody else.
Go ahead.
I'm not fighting anybody else.
Yeah.
Because BKFC wants to offer me, basically wants to offer me more money. I'm not fighting anybody else, but I'll fight Joey since I said I would.
Yeah.
They could never guarantee. They wanted me to sign, but they wouldn't put his name on there.
Really?
So they wanted to lock me into a 3-fight contract and just throw in a different opponent. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So then BKFC came in, gave me that contract, and now I'm fighting Captain Concussion.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. That's
Keep this guy. Get rid of the clown.
Hey, it's, you know what? I don't even care. It happens. Shit. I want to see the fight now. I want to see it. I want to see the fight. Now you got to prove me wrong. Beat that dude's ass too. Let's see what happens. You know, I got no money on this. I got no ties to both sides. I just want to see a good fight. Keep it clean, boys. Get it going.
It's going to be the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. He knocks people out in one round, and nobody's dropping. So
That's
yeah,
a real,
I've seen you get just nailed, and I'm like,
what was it? 45 seconds in, we'd already traded over 100 punches. The whole left side of my face was so bloody that after that round, I went over to the corner. Blood's in my eye. I'm taking the rag. I come back to the scratch line. He's half blurry. I wear contacts, like soft contacts to fight because I'm blind as all get out. He's half blurry. Like, that really affected me. That round affected me a lot more than I thought. There's an obvious physiological damage. After the fight, I go to take my contact out. No, my contact had just fallen out when I pulled the blood out. I fought half blind that whole fight. And the only thing I could think of was there have been 2 fighters that couldn't continue because their contact was knocked out. 2 fighters who could not continue.
wow.
You're a bigger man than I am.
Damn.
Yeah. Now you want to say?
Damn.
Oh, don't even start with me. She tells everybody she's got the biggest dick in the room.
Gary's pretty big.
Oh my God.
I should know. My hand goes places.
Oh, wow. So
Wouldn't that be the
Hey,
opposite?
we didn't leave you out.
we have Isaac Doolittle with us, the honey badger, which was funny when I mentioned the honey badger. I said Isaac Doolittle, honey badger, all the stuff. Jared always got a chuckle whenever I said the gimmick. So apparently it's over with people, even your opponents.
I mean, I'm gonna be getting me fight shirts printed up. Have you ever seen the T-Rex with the extendo grabby hands that says I'm unstoppable? I'm doing the same thing with a honey badger on stilts.
To get one of those, have you sign it? We'll hang it on the wall in here.
Yeah, I have. How was it put? I have the reach of a 5'1" woman.
Oh my God!
Don't flip me off. Security, calm down over there.
You got
So BKFC loves to add inches to my reach. They put me at 68.
Really?
I'm at 63. 63, and I think Jared Warren's a 77-inch reach.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
So he's gonna.
So if
So you're gonna have to.
we know
work
how
like-
this fight is gonna go. If I'm on the outside, ow. If I'm on the
Yeah,
inside,
you gonna have to keep
ow.
it. Ow, 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 ow. There's gonna be a lot of ow, bro.
He's not called Captain Concussion for no reason.
For
This
no
one's gonna
reason.
Suck.
Good Lord. So once this fight's over, and you win, as opposed to what Cluck was thinking earlier, I just have
judge
to
me.
constantly throw you out there in front of them.
When they shove that microphone in front of my hands, I'm just gonna say, "Fuck you, Cluck."
Or you can look at him and say, you got clucked up. See? It works that way, too.
So, how quick does your management force them into giving you a title shot?
I mean, this will have been the second time they
Yeah.
promised it to us. So, and I don't know who we're gonna fight. We gotta see if because Hunt is a monster.
Yeah.
Everybody knows he's a monster. He's 7-1, phenomenal striking.
Yes.
He is a
He's a-
beast. He's a big dude. Can he make 185? If he can make 185, looks like I'm going monster hunting. And well, looks like, what was that Parent Trap where they're clicking the two sticks together?
Oh my God, Bear Trap references on this show. Wow.
Monster hunting's not for the faint of heart.
That's right.
I'm not gonna look pretty afterwards. Not like I look pretty now, but I'm definitely not gonna look pretty after that one.
Well, you're like a Hollywood fashion plate. You could.
I have the face for for radio and the voice for a silent movie.
Okay. So, with this fight, how have tickets been selling for the local guys?
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys been able to get out and get these things moving?
I have.
I'm not very popular.
You're not very popular.
She just got a bigger reach to sell tickets.
That's the thing. She has a bigger reach. So, are you committed to doing bare knuckle are you ever going to go back and do kickboxing or?
We actually
MMA or
planning
this
on
stuff.
doing bare knuckle like for more than a fight or two. This was just can say I do bare knuckle. That's literally was the whole thing. Let's have
Yeah.
some fun. Let's do some bare knuckle, and then I started winning, and maybe we should see how far this goes. So if I stop having fun, then we're done with bare knuckle. While I'm having fun,
You could get into slap fighting next. That's a huge thing.
the pillow fighting. You seen the pillow fighting?
No, I've
Oh,
not seen
man.
pillow fighting.
It looks great.
There is pillow fighting.
There's actual
It's
pillow
legit.
fighting.
It's in a ring. It's in a boxing ring. They have red and blue corners. It's legit pillow fighting. I can't remember what it was on. No, it was.
That's not the
No, it was
boxing
on
show,
like it was
bro.
on a legitimate
Don
sports
King.
channel.
All in America.
It was on a legit sports channel.
Wow.
I gotta Google it.
I've seen chess boxing. That I think is a
Chess
little.
boxing?
Yeah, I was lifting weights one time and they had chess boxing on. And I'm like,
I've
what?
seen Russian or whatever or some Slavic 5x5 MMA.
Oh yeah, where they
Ridiculous.
Okay, right here.
hit each.
It's the Pillow Fight League. It's a Toronto-based semi-professional sports league centered on public pillow fights.
Wow. It used to be fun. Now
Spawn, you could DJ for the pillow fight.
I know, huh? I never pillow fighting. They have just. I guess.
They have an Instagram page.
Well, I interviewed a lingerie fighting chick the other day, and she kept calling it wrestling. And I'm like, you guys are putting each other in the guard and triangles. You're not doing wrestling.
Are you gonna argue with that?
No. And that leads me in, and I'm glad you guys are here so I can make this announcement.
Just do me a favor. If you ever guest appear on that, don't send me the link.
Well,
I don't want to see you in lingerie.
I already had to. I already had to.
she already saw me in the
It was
mankini.
a smoker fight in the mankini.
Yeah.
By far the worst thing I've ever seen.
Brittany has threatened to burn it. It's in a bag somewhere.
So
Go ahead.
I have to bring this up because now you all will be voting and rooting for me for the next 2 fights. You know Sam Kleinbeck.
Yes, indeed.
Big, burly Sam Kleinbeck.
He looks like he needs to be on the front of like a paper towel thing. I'm glad she got that.
We have a deal.
What?
We have a deal. Because I was like, I don't really want to go for the title. I just want to, like, win, lose. I want to have fun. And he goes, we got to make a bet for the title. Okay? Because I keep trying to pay him. He won't let me pay him because he's my promoter and he does it all pro bono and we're friends. So, no, I'm paying you. And so he goes, fine. For the world title, you can pay me the 10%. I'm doing it in ones. He goes, okay. I went, and I'm gonna have the whole gym center around and like shower you, stuff them in. Somehow, I don't remember quite how, but it has escalated to as soon as I win the title, if that becomes a possibility, he is going to strut out into the ring on national television in an itsy bitsy, teeny weeny, yellow polka dot bikini.
Wow.
This is a 300+ pound man.
Oh.
DJ Spawn. What do you think about this, baby?
You're gonna want to see this.
He's 300.
It's going to be like a train wreck. You'll watch, and then you won't be able to stop.
Sam Schultz, Petty Cash ought to play an entire performance in the bikinis sometime.
I'm down. I mean, I gotta hit the gym.
I'm down.
Sherry, his wife, promptly told me that she's not going to be showing up to that fight, and she will probably just close out all of her social media accounts so she
For the
never has to
evening.
see that.
Don't want to be tagged in that. Good Lord. Cluck, would you wear a bikini?
Am I allowed this? Like, I was gonna drop the F-bomb. You're lucky I didn't. I was censoring myself. Of course I would, Jiggy. Of course I would. Don't look at me like that.
Cluck,
I was gonna drop the F word, and I was like, wait a minute, I gotta be PG right now. Of course I
Cluck has
would.
been trying to get me to let him walk me to the ring for a smoker fight. If I do another smoker fight,
Oh yeah.
He wants to be
that's
there.
happening.
You know, me and Doolittle almost had a bare knuckle thing at the Memorial Hall because his guy didn't show up and they wouldn't let me fight. And he's like, "Well, why don't we just fight?" And I'm like, "Well, my gear is like a half block away." And we tried to convince everybody, and it never happened. And I've seen him, doing this bare knuckle stuff, and I'm like, I'm glad it didn't happen.
Wow, that's exciting. I got 20 on Jiggy and 40 on you. Let's see it.
God.
Good odds.
Good odds. So you're the co-main event, but you're not that popular.
Because I don't really post on Facebook. I don't even like taking pictures of myself. I just go in, I hit the back.
You know what
work, and I'm done.
I think it was over Christmas. I seen some photos of you in like matching pajamas or something. You just look like you wanted to throw yourself off a bridge. But you guys were so cute.
They were Golden Girl pants.
That's
They
it.
were Golden Girl pants.
That's
You don't understand how much begging, pleading, threatening, arguing, yelling.
Actually, no, it's just me yelling once. That's all it
There
was.
was a lot more.
there was a lot more.
They like she just was like over 20 minutes of yelling.
It was something. It started with, would you wear this? Please wear this. Can you wear this? Wear this or else.
Put the pants on.
Next thing everything.
And then it filtered between arguing, ordering, bribing, all of it. It just never stopped. She's like, it was only months. Yes, one long, continuous, half-hour-long diatribe.
This one's. Well, tickets are available for this thing. They're going fast, though. BKFC.com is the place to get it.
No, it's
Interest
not.
Bank Arena.
You get them from me.
And you can get them from Ms. Link.
That's how we get paid.
That's right.
Wait, you can get them from me.
You're not that popular. So that means you got plenty of tickets. I see.
There you go.
And BKFC 23, or as I have been calling it, which their press people have told me it's not the name of the show. I've been calling it BKFC ICT, but it's BKFC 23 in the ICT. There you go, Clark. I screw the whole thing up on purpose.
Always.
Always. And, co-main event, Jared Warren and our guest Isaac Doolittle, the light heavyweight bout. Is it light heavyweight, or are we going to change the...
It's going to be light heavy cruiserweight eventually, and probably light heavy straw bantamweight eventually.
Will there be have you heard if they're going to do a press conference? Are they going to be doing a press conference?
So we were supposed to have like a media day thing last time when they were here, but
Yeah.
there was an issue with the venue not being set up in time.
Yeah.
So, because usually it's you go in the morning, you do your weigh-ins, and then later in the day, like in the
Yeah.
evening, we have our press conference, mock weigh-ins for their
Yeah.
all that. The venue wasn't ready, so we actually did it all. We weighed in. They gave us like an hour break or whatever, and then we had to come right back. So we were just in the hotel lobby. That's why we didn't do anything last time they were here. I don't know if they're gonna do a press conference, but we'll have like their weigh-in show. They put it on their YouTube channel,
Yeah.
or it's on the BKTV app for free. But we should be doing that this time since we're at a different venue. Last time we did all of our photos and everything immediately after morning weigh-ins. I don't know if you've seen what fighters look like immediately after morning weigh-ins, but I hate my poster.
She's got all the information. Why isn't she the co-main event? That's so. Sam, do you have any questions for Mr. Doolittle since he's here? And
How? Why? I mean,
how? Why? How? Why?
I like that.
This is how you get them caught off guard.
Well, my deal is like, so when I go for a show, you get excited and you want to do well. Well, if I screw up, people giggle at me and say, "Wow, that sounded poorly." Like, if you screw up, it could hurt.
Even if I don't screw up, it's gonna
Hurt. He said, "Yeah, we're gonna get on the outside. Ouch for me, and if I get in close, ouch for me."
I mean, he's labeled Captain Concussion for a reason. He's got a stoppage of breaking a guy's orbital socket.
Wow.
Well, I've got massive respect for you because that is, don't laugh at me, but I've never been in an actual square up duke 'em out fight.
So it's
So-
neither had I before I started fighting. It was,
Seriously?
I did it to lose weight because I was like 240 pounds fresh out of high school, and
I'm rolling right now.
Wow, I did not know that.
Oh yeah, my coach Joe Wilk at the time.
The nose, baby.
Joe the Nose Wilk told me to go. They were having this at JMTK down on South Oliver that they were doing MMA smoker fights, and if you're interested, go. I was not interested,
I was not interested.
but all of my teammates, it was kind of like a little family. I went down there to help them warm up. So I had all my gear. I'm sitting there and helping them warm up over in the corner. And Joe walks over and he's just like, "Hey, Lulu, I need you. What? Oh, I need you to help our fighters warm up right before they get in the ring." Okay. Naive little Southern Baptist boy following
no.
Joe. All of a sudden, he sits there. He's like, "Go on up here. Go on up into this ring."
He's working you.
I get into
Joe
this
Wilk
ring. I get
working
into this
people.
ring and I
No.
look around and I'm like, who am I helping warm up? There is this dude across the ring who looks like mini Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like he's got a 10-pack.
Bad Leroy Brown.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, who am I warming up? And he goes, "That guy, warm him up." He comes out,
Form of that guy.
comes across with a Superman punch, right just smack dab. And I hear his whole corner go, "He can't take a punch." And I remember stopping, pointing to go, "I'm alive."
You. He's doing the old Hogan.
And then I just backed away and like shot, took him down, got on mount, like holding on for dear
That's
life. I don't
all.
This
know
is MMA.
Yeah, MMA. I don't know what's going on. And
I don't know what's going
Nick
on.
Barrett, who I now know real well, but I had no idea who this big guy was at the time, sits there and goes, if you don't do anything, we're gonna stand you up. So I'm hitting there practically crying, like slapping him in the face, doing anything I can do.
Go
to get
away. Go away.
Round ends. I go over to the corner, like, let me out, let me out. And parents comes over and goes, do you want to continue? And I turn around, tell him no, and Joe wraps his hand around my mouth and goes, he's fine, he'll go another round.
That is so messed up.
Let's go another round.
So I went in, took his legs out, sprayed on top, just slapped him. 3 rounds of that. And afterwards, he was my ride home. Wilk was my ride home. I'm sitting in the back, just ticked. Don't want to talk to anybody. My face is lumpy. I've never even punched anybody or
I've never punched anyone.
About halfway back, when's the next one? I told you he'd like it. I told you he'd like it. Shut up, Joe. Just tell me when the next one is.
That is so messed up, man.
It was messed up.
Keep going, keep going.
He literally
Wow.
wrapped his hand around. Oh, he's fine. He's got another round in him.
Hell of a deal. Clock. Any questions for?
What am I supposed to say to the guy I was hoping to get his ass kicked? Come to find out it's the guy, and now he's here, and it's like, whoa, dude! Now you got me next to the honey badger. What is wrong with you?
Honey
You
badgers
set me
are a
up
lot
for
more intense
failure.
in person.
Now we got Cluck over here next to the honey badger. He's gonna whoop my me. But I tell you what, man, I'm on my own. My own. You're good. You're good. I hope you win.
So DJ Spawn, the honey badger's here. What? You just always got a smile on your face.
That's
I'm coming to watch. I'm
that
definitely
is
coming to watch.
like- that's one of them stories that you hear people, like Michael Jordan. He wasn't even supposed to be playing basketball. The coach caught him running and told him to get in the gym. Well, those are kind
And
of
now you're like one fight away from being the
Oh
man.
yeah, I've been told all my life I was never supposed to be here, and I'm just like, I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm gonna get punched. We're gonna punch. We're gonna play a grown man patty cake.
So once you're done with bare knuckle, we get you into the pillow fighting apparently, and then slap fighting, and
Well, actually, the idea.
we could go with the apartment wrestling next and all that weird stuff.
Well, we did card jiu-jitsu.
Could do the jiu-jitsu thing.
We did the card jiu-jitsu.
Card jiu-jitsu. There was one night when I was up at Ernest's, we were doing jiu-jitsu. I was like, card jiu-jitsu, and he's like, what? I had to explain card jiu-jitsu to Ernest Bell. And he's like, so they get in cars, and I'm...
I actually paid for registration. I didn't get to go because I think it was right after I blew out my knee. I didn't get to go, so I still have a registration for it. I'm waiting for the next one. I'm excited.
Gotta
You get in the car.
Gotta get out of
Yeah.
Russia first.
That's true. Yeah, they give you a position to start in.
Yeah.
whether it's one in the front, one in the back, with the seatbelt on, without the seatbelt on. You start in various positions and you just do jujitsu.
Wait,
You guys
jiu-jitsu?
think I'm kidding about the card jiu-jitsu?
No,
He knows
it's
you're not.
oh
Got
no.
Card jitsu. I've won 5 card jitsu tournaments.
5 card. You're a 5-time card jitsu.
It was so bad they were starting to mess with the rules in order to get me to lose.
Clark. He's like Booker T with the 5-time.
Man, that's what I'm wondering. I was like, card jiu-jitsu. What? This is a thing.
So what happens is you have 3 rounds. The first round you have one person A in the driver's seat, person B in the passenger seat. Both
Yes.
have their seatbelts buckled. As soon as they say go, you have to fight. So you try to get your seatbelt off as fast as possible. A lot of times I'll unbuckle my seatbelt but put my hand on their seatbelt to keep them buckled. And then I'll get on top and use the seatbelt to strangle them. We had at one point when we were first doing it, somebody tried to start behind us. So he reached up to try and grab my seatbelt since I was in front of him. I pulled the lever to drop the seat back onto him and trapped his legs. Smashed his legs, and then I just turned around and choked him because he couldn't move because of the seat.
Wow.
The first round is you're in the driver's side.
Yeah.
Second round is then you're in the passenger side. If there's no clear winner, you go to the third round in the back seat.
You're serious. I'm watching that.
I pulled up a video.
This is
Two
the
girls are
greatest
getting
thing I've
down
ever
in
seen
this
in my
club.
This
life.
is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
No, that's actually one of his teammates.
This is awesome.
Count me out.
Count me
He
out.
inspires me. Like, I've always wanted to learn a form of martial arts or boxing or something, and I'm pushing 40. But then I also realized that I got a new bed this year, and neither of my shoulders have worked in months. So I've got both of those situations going on, and I think I'm just going to roll with the bad shoulders.
I'm just gonna roll with the bitch.
I just want to say, Cluck wants to get in on this.
There's
I
gonna
would
be a
totally
guy
do
in the
some
car
card
with you, though.
jitsu.
Wow.
Me and you.
So you'd show up with the mask and the whole thing?
Of course I would, Jiggy. Me and you. Me versus you. Card jitsu.
I got a black gi collecting dust
See,
back
did you
there.
hear that?
I could-
Did you hear that? Me versus Jiggy. We'll do this. Don't you look at that, Jiggy.
like
Hey,
to do
You
that.
know I could do this.
After I get done in January with my apartment wrestling match in
uh-huh,
Vegas,
Uh-huh.
I got to talk about that when we come back.
Yeah, you're
But,
getting me in more trouble, aren't you?
Isaac, thanks for doing this, brother. Thanks for being here. And we are going to take a break. We're going to have DJ Spawn do his thing, and we're going to come back and talk to the fantastic, busier than a ferret in a jello fight, Miss Jessica Link here in just a few moments.
Woo!
And Spawn,
Wiki,
take it
wiki.
away, sir, with your wiggy, 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 wiggy stuff.